Hello, how's everybody doing? I'm going to do my personal experience speech on my past trip out to California a few weeks ago. Like I mentioned in my introduction video, I am a student in the Laser and Optics Technology program, and every year our class does a few fundraisers, raffles, cookouts, things like that throughout the course of the year to actually raise money to go out to California, which is a trip that's totally paid for by the students with their, their fundraising and everything like that. So, first of all, I want to start out by kind of, explaining a little bit of as far as what we do. So, with this trip pertaining to California is basically a job career search. We go out to San Francisco every year to an exposition called Photonics West, which in Photonics West is it's a huge expo with roughly over 1,300 different laser and optics companies, just trying to sell products, recruit people, everything along that nature. So us as a class, we raise money throughout the course of the year. I started when I joined the club in February, when I started here at Hills, in which we did a lot of cookouts over the summertime. We cook hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken breast, things like that during lunch break, and then during all of the basketball games we have our infamous laser club cookouts, which we do pork loins and chicken breast, light shows, the laser light shows for the basketball games and the volleyball games. Just kind of a good way to help us raise money for the trip. Plus, right around Christmas time we do a huge raffle, a lot of cool prizes, things like that, to just another way for us to raise money for our trip. Like I said, everything's all out of pocket for us. There's no help. We raise the money ourselves, and what we don't earn in fundraising and raffles and whatnot, we pay out of pocket. So it's a good learning experience for a lot of people. Well, first, once we get out to California, like I said, we go to the exhibition, Photonics West, which is a week-long exposition. We go out there for 2 days to basically tour the whole expo that's going on. Pretty much set up on our own, whereas I go out there, we'll get there at 8 o'clock in the morning and kind of sell yourself, kind of walk around. There's a career fair, which we went there. I hit up every company I could while I was out there, just to get my leads out and try to sell yourself as a person, because that's your ultimate goal leaving here, is to have a nice career. So throughout the course of the day, we'd run into other classmates, but it's pretty much, I went out there every morning for the both days that we were out there, starting at 8 o'clock when we got there till the time at 5 o'clock when we left. Just talking to the different vendors. Some of them were actually salespeople, some were CEOs, some were owners. Just getting your name out there and talking to them, which is, pretty cool feeling. Well, after we were done with the expos every day, which like I said was roughly about 5 o'clock, we would kind of all just meet up and we all go out to dinner together. Now for me, this is my first time being out on the West Coast, so we did do a lot of sightseeing in our off time, which was a phenomenal experience for me. Like I said, I'm a Midwest boy, so going out to the West Coast was something very different, than what I'm used to. One of the things we did the very next day, after our exhibitions were over with, is we have what they call a free day, where we can go out and sightsee, do whatever we need to do. But we went and saw the Golden Gate Bridge, a huge attraction out in San Francisco, and actually went up the mountainside. Had a couple pictures taken, which was pretty sweet, that you're actually overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge itself. And when you're up on these mountains, you're about probably 3,000 feet above the bridge, so the bridge looks very, very tiny compared to being up close and personal with it, which is pretty cool. After that, we went to the Santa Cruz Pier, which just your basic run-of-the-mill pier. It's like something you see on TV. They've got all the different restaurants and shops and just a couple, arcade, casino type deals. Just a very, very cool place. Something that I've never really ever experienced before. So it was quite breathtaking. You get to see the sunset right there on the ocean, which for me, I grew up in Michigan, so I've been around water my entire life, but comparing a lake to an ocean is a huge difference. So that was quite the experience. The next day we went to a place called Fisherman's Wharf, which is basically 7 or 8 different piers all in one area, which they have a lot. It's a huge tourist attraction, which every pier has restaurants, gift shops. We were actually right off of Alcatraz Island, the famous Alcatraz prison, which you can actually take a boat ride. Unfortunately, the boat wasn't running that day that we were there to actually go out to the island, but you could actually go around the island and kind of do a little a tour around the island of the old Alcatraz prison, which was pretty cool. It's pretty historical. Then after that, on our way back to our hotel for our last night, we stopped at a place which we conveniently call our Laser Cove, which is a small little cove, which every laser class every year they go to the same spot and do like a bonfire on the beach that overlooks the ocean with the sunset. Unfortunately, this year when we went out there, it was kind of wet and rainy, so we didn't get to have the bonfire or the chill out experience, but still went down there, experienced the water, the waves, the scenery. I mean, it's something that you see in a postcard, which was pretty cool. Then we headed back home. It was a 4-day trip. We left on a Sunday. Sorry, we left on a Monday and then came back Friday. So it was a very, very good experience. Like I said, for me, just being able to get out to the West Coast and see something different was tremendous. Experience of a lifetime, and had a lot of good experiences and met a lot of new contacts out there to help me along with the career path that I chose. So that was my personal experience, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. Thank you.